here it is, the Earth. Hopefully everybody here recognizes this as our home. We all live here together, and as far as anybody knows, it's the only one we have. According to most historians, the sun rose on the first modern humans about 200,000 years ago. Humans quickly became proficient in utilizing the resources around them to evolve. In the mid-19th century, large coal deposits were discovered in Britain, and this led to the start of the Industrial Revolution. The discovery of the steam engine was soon to follow. These steam engines were primarily fueled by burning coal. With this abundant new natural resource and the ability to turn it into energy, the Industrial Revolution quickly spread throughout Europe, North America, and before long, the world. Much of the success and prosperity our great country has seen in the last 200 years is due to the Industrial Revolution. By the end of the 19th century, the Industrial Revolution was in full swing. It would be another 80 years before we realized its dark effects. Burning fossil fuels creates several gases as byproducts. Carbon dioxide gas makes up the largest portion of these byproducts. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. A greenhouse gas is a gas present in the atmosphere which reduces heat loss into space, therefore contributing to the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect protects us from the severe cold of outer space. It is one of the main reasons there is so much life on Earth. The short wavelength solar radiation coming from the sun passes through the atmosphere easily and is absorbed by the Earth. When the Earth radiates this energy back, the wavelength is much longer and does not pass through the atmosphere as easily. Some of the radiation is trapped, therefore warming the Earth's climate. The more greenhouse gas in the atmosphere, the thicker the blanket gets, and the less infrared radiation can escape. There are many ways we add to the greenhouse effect. Burning fossil fuels for energy and creating excess CO2 is one of our biggest contributions to global warming. CO2 is measured by parts per million. The parts per million today are at unprecedented levels, never before seen in human history. Several scientific studies have been done showing a direct correlation between global temperature and the CO2 concentrations in the atmosphere. This graph shows that correlation over the past 1,000 years. The consequences of only a small rise in global temperature have been frightening. Glaciers and polar ice are melting at an ever-increasing rate, contributing to a rising sea level. Tropical storms are gaining strength and becoming more frequent. Predictions for the future are where it gets a little more tricky. When it comes to climate change predictions, most scientists agree that it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when and how much. These questions are hard to answer because it depends so much on what we choose to do as a society and how each of us chooses to live our lives. We need to educate ourselves on the facts of climate change. One thing is for certain, in our lifetimes, we will all be a part of life-changing global events set into motion by global warming. There are many things that you can do in your everyday lives to help slow down the rate in which our environment is warming. This is way too big of a topic for a 6-minute presentation, but one thing to remember is if we can reduce our carbon emissions, we are helping to slow down global warming. Become aware of how much energy you use every day and start trimming off the fat. Here's how. replace 3 frequently used bulbs with energy-efficient fluorescent bulbs and save 300 pounds of carbon dioxide emissions. If every household in America did this, we would be keeping 1 trillion pounds of carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere each year. By moving your thermostat up 2 degrees in the summer and down 2 degrees in the winter, you'll be saving 2,000 pounds of CO2 emissions. Plant a tree. A tree, on average, will offset about 2,000 pounds of carbon emissions each year. Ride your bike. Recycle and reuse. Ditch the plastic. 2.5 million individual water bottles are thrown away every hour in the United States. Start using reusable water bottles. Promote sustainable energy. By line drying your clothes in the spring and summer, you could prevent up to 700 pounds of carbon emissions annually. There are hundreds of things that you can do every day to make a difference, but mostly make yourself aware. This problem is not going away. There are so many people in this world that it doesn't take very much of an individual effort to collectively make huge changes. You may or may not know, but this is Earth Week, and today is Earth Day. No better day to recognize our beautiful planet. Go to stopglobalwarming.org and learn ways that you can become part of the solution.